What's up? All right, so we gotta talk. Um, I've noticed there's a bit of a huge thing. Man, my day was great, brother. It really was. It was really good. All right, I might have to move my image, but if you see under my image right now, everything on the right side of my screen is just kind of moving at a rapid pace. Kevin Hart apparently made a comment. Um, Actually, he didn't. That's the funny part. There's a issue going on right now where Kevin Hart is being forced out of hosting the Grammys or some kind of award show because of a comment that he made over 10 years ago. 8 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever the case is, the comment was made so long ago that I personally don't think that it should affect him. Okay? Now, the comment, etc., whatever the case was, it goes on to say that he made a comment that if he had found out that his child was gay, that he would assault them. That's the general gist of the comment that was made. Now, here's my concern, okay? This comment was made between 8 and 10 years ago. And part of my problem is it seems like whenever somebody is finally hitting a peak of success, whenever somebody is finally hitting a point where they're going to do something extravagant or profound or host a show or do whatever, people dig into the social media history of anybody and will destroy somebody. It's an old comment, Gabe. It's an old comment. And that's what I don't get is that only now when this guy is getting ready to host an award show. Oop, that's my Discord. Only now when this guy's getting ready to host an award show that it's now becoming an issue. And it baffles me that this is even an issue because it's like, wait a minute. Give the guy a freaking break, would you please? And it's just, I don't understand it at all. I truly don't get it. I don't understand. Lewis, okay? Lewis, I'll call you Lewis. I don't understand why whenever somebody is hitting a peak of success or whenever somebody's doing something that may make them successful or help them be successful, people dig into the social media. And what also bothers me is that, look, I get it, okay? If they said it a year ago, 2 years ago, that's definitely something that's going to be fresh in somebody's mind. I mean, look at this. Look under my image. Look at it just flying. Look at all the comments. This is just trending and everything that's going on right now. And it is so confusing to me how somebody can make a comment and leave it there, which I kind of agree with because I say, look, people learn from their past. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I mean, you do, you don't. Let me know what you think because I would love to know what the hell is going on here. It confuses the shit out of me because I'm like, yo, listen, okay? You dig into the social media of comedians, you're gonna find bits for comedy in there. You're gonna find all kinds of different things that they've talked about in there. And listen, I may be wrong, okay? I very likely am wrong. But I believe that this was even a skit in his, okay. I believe this was even a skit that he once did, saying something like that. Saying that if his child was gay, that he was going to assault them. And why is it that in the skit it's funny and nobody badgers the guy and gives him hell for it and gives him hassle for it? But the minute that somebody goes through his social media, finds something from 10 years ago, all of a sudden this is a problem. It confuses me so badly that I'm just like, wait a minute. So, do we not grow from our mistakes? Do we not learn from our past mistakes? Okay. Do we not learn from our past mistakes and saying, look, uh, X amount of years ago I was this type of person, but I leave this on my social media as a learning experience or as a way to learn that this is not how I am supposed to be. This is not the person that I am now. This is not the person that I've grown into now 10, 8 years later. I think about 5 years people learn from their mistakes. And I think also that people can leave their social media up anywhere that they want and be able to say that they have learned from these mistakes. And yes, they leave them there. They leave it there so that they can say that they have learned from these mistakes. I just saw a comment. What did it say? Oh, it's your comment. Okay. I think that's your comment. Hi. I don't know who that is saying hi, but hi. And I don't know why it's not coming up in my chat, but I can see it on the YouTube live feed. Do you think that we learn from our mistakes? Do you think that as people, as we grow, as we mature into the people that we are today, do you think that we develop into different people? And I totally think that we do. I think that, yes, it may take whatever amount of time to do so, but I truly believe that after a certain period of time, things that you have said in your social media, unless it is directly harmful, like you are, oh, hey, Mama D, I see you now. Hey, how are you? So I personally think that if you are going to make a comment on your social media, as long as you are not hurting yourself or hurting others. Now, his comment was that again, his comment was that if he had learned that his son was gay, he was going to assault him. Now, part of his shtick or his comedy routine was that, he would make the joke, "Hey, knock it off, that's gay." Not funny, but at the time when you're sitting in this venue and you make that joke, at that point, I guess it is funny then because everybody laughed at it. Nobody said otherwise. But what really, I'm doing well, Mama D. I really am. I am so confused by this whole thing with Kevin Hart and how he has been outed from the Grammys and hosting the Grammys. And you see, a lot of the problem is that I also see people on Facebook commenting and saying, oh, he shouldn't host the Grammys and he has no right to. He's a comedian. Do we draw a line and say what is? Turn my sound up. Yes, I will try to play a Fortnite game. Um, is that better, Mama D? Bella, turn my sound up. Okay. I don't think that a comedian should be held to this weird standard that he's not allowed to make jokes. He's not allowed to create a skit and use his social media as a soundboard for his jokes and what his jokes could be or should be or may at one time maybe can be. Similar to Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon posts a hashtag topic. You're welcome. Post a hashtag topic. Yep, no problem. And people comment on that. So he uses his audience as a soundboard for potential jokes and skits and things that he's going to say and do in his show. So why is it that when a comedian does the same thing, I'm sorry, but last time I checked, Jimmy Fallon is a comedian as well. But you have people on social media saying he's an idiot for a comment that he made 10 years ago. But I personally think that, hey, you learn from that mistake. You learn from the damage that may have caused. You learn to be a better person from that comment, that tweet, that whatever, the video. You learn to be a better person and you grow as a person instead of just trying to destroy this man's career. I personally don't think that he should have to apologize. And as far as I know, he has not apologized. And I'm glad that he didn't apologize. Because again, I think that you can grow as an individual. I think you can grow as a person in times like that and say, hey, look, 10 years ago, I was a totally different person. Here's the proof. I made an anti-Semitic comment. I made a homophobic comment or whatever. I'm not proud of it. But it goes to show how I've grown as a person enough to say, hey, this is where I am now. And I don't think that he should be considered homosexual or homophobic. I don't think that he should be having his career destroyed for that kind of comment. I'm curious what you think. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for letting me kind of vent about this. I'm going to keep watching these comments. You know what? That's a great question. But here's another question, okay? I get it, he's in the public eye. You say, I want to know why everyone can't mind their own business. I get it. He's in the public eye, okay? I respect the fact that his opinions are going to be viewed differently. I understand that his opinions and his comments and etc. are going to be treated differently. But I also think that by doing so and by saying so, he's a comedian. That's his job. His job is to provoke thought. His job is to provoke a response. That's his job. Again, these comments that he made were 10 years ago. So that's what's I'm like, wait, what? Why? Like, misery loves company. Everyone's being jealous of each other, trying to stab each other in the backs. Yeah. I don't think that this was I don't think that this was another comedian that did this. I think that this was just a random viewer or commenter or just a regular person that did this, that brought this to attention and brought this to mind. But do you think that first off, do you think he has a right to make comments and provoke thought and provoke reaction? I personally think he does. That is his job. Okay? And part of a comedian's job is being able to say things. So why they bring it up now, it's not right. I completely agree. It's similar to the James Gunn situation. James Gunn was meant to be the director of Rudy's putting it nicely. I don't know who Rudy is. Yes, to the James Gunn situation. James Gunn was intended to direct. Oh, Rude is putting it nicely. Yes, okay. James Gunn was hired to direct a movie, The Avengers or whatever it was, and he made a comment on his social media X amount of years ago. I want to say that assholes. I agree. He made a comment on his social media years ago that whatever it was, I don't even remember the comment anymore. And he was forced to apologize for this 5, 6, 7, 8 years later for a comment that he made on his social media that long ago. It is, and again, it's a free country. I think it should say what you want. He's no different than others. True. Completely true. But again, you have to remember, he's a comedian. That's his job. His job is to provoke thought, to provoke reaction, feelings, be trending. If he's going to be working on a movie, he has to, get the word out about the movie. So you're going to say something quippy about it. You're going to say something to provoke a reaction so people go, whoa, wait a minute. What did Kevin Hart say? And it's like, wait a second. You say it's a free country. You say everybody has a right to an opinion. But the minute that somebody's opinion is different from yours, of course you should have a reaction. Of course you should be able to say, hey, stop, wait a minute, I don't agree with that. Let's debate. Let's discuss. But the fact is that this comment was made 8 to 10 years ago, and now you're going to try to destroy this man's career over that comment. What? And you know what? Let me see if I can pull up D.L. Hughley's comment, because he made a video about this. Oh, come on, where'd it go? See if I can find it. Yeah, here you go. Check this out. I love Kevin Hart too. The fact that he is real. The fact that there's so many things about the man that is hysterical. He's a great comedian. All right, check out this video real quick here. If we can get this to play.
So let me get this straight. A comedian tells a joke that offends people and refuses to apologize. And people want to know what I think of that. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. Well played, Kevin Hart. That is how it's done. People always go, why do comedians get away with it? Because we're not scared to get fired. You can say whatever you want to if you're not scared to lose your gig. Well done, Kevin Hart. Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
I would have to agree with that statement. D.L. Hughley made a great point on that. If they can't take a joke, And again, if you keep watching the right side of the screen, right under my image, this is insane. Look at all these comments just going by, going by, going by, and it doesn't seem to stop. This poor man trying to live a life is getting his career destroyed because of it. Yeah. People can't handle people being real and calling them out on their shit, and that's what he is. Yeah. D.L. Hughley said it best. That's their job. That is their job. And it's a shame that Kevin Hart ends up having to step down from the Oscars or whatever it is because of this. And the Oscars told him if he did not apologize in his video that he was going to be removed and fired from that job. Well, he didn't apologize. I don't think he should be fired. I think that is his job. Yes, they do. People need to STF up. I know what you're trying to say. I don't. Am I not thinking about this logically? Does Kevin Hart have a responsibility to provoke and invoke a response from people? People are saying right here, it's funny how the media is using this as a manufactured Kevin Hart controversy to act as a smokescreen to deflect from the fact that the Oscars are mostly like going to snub black films again. That's a totally different story. That's a lot to talk about. And there's still people here saying Kevin Hart should not apologize. There's people saying Kevin Hart should apologize. There's people here saying that Kevin Hart was a racist and what he did was offensive. No, it wasn't. No, it was not. And you have people on Facebook who don't even use Twitter saying things like, oh, I don't follow Twitter, but I heard Kevin Hart made a comment. You heard Kevin Hart made a comment, yes, but that comment, that tweet, that response, that whatever he said, whatever you want to call it, was done 10 years ago. 8 years ago, 10 years ago doesn't make a difference. I think if it's not within the 5 years, give the man a break. I mean, let's see here. What is this? As long as as I go along in this biz, I know that people are fake and full of crap. Yeah, they are. Yep. Let's see here. Some other responses.
You're now watching Catching Up with Celebrities. Please subscribe.
Hey, kid. Don't trip.
Snoop Dogg.
That ain't our kind of shit, no way. Oscars? Yeah, right. Come do the BET Awards, cuz. Or Soul Train. They don't care. You a comedian. Cracking jokes. Really? Y'all want me to host it now? Nah, I don't think so.
First off, can anybody else see what a beautiful train wreck that would be if Snoop Dogg hosted some Oscars? I think that would be incredible. I mean, just the fact that he responds and joins the Comedy Central, not awards, Comedy Central roasts, incredible. His material is amazing.
I got shit to do, and I got way more customers before I get to you. Kevin Hart, smoke a blunt. Tell the Academy to die trying. Fuck 'em. We still love you, nigga.
And refuses to apologize. Well done, Kevin Hart. Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
So I just got a call from the Academy, and that call basically said, Kevin, apologize for your tweets of old, or we're going to have to move on and find another host. Talking about the tweets from 2009, 2010. I chose to pass. I passed on the apology. The reason why I passed is because I've addressed this several times. This is not the first time this has come up. I've addressed it. I've spoken on it. I've said where the rights and wrongs were. I've said who I am now versus who I was then. I've done it. I've done it. I'm not going to continue to go back and tap into the days of old when I moved on and I'm in a completely different space in my life. The same energy that went into finding those old tweets could be the same energy put into finding the...
Right there. The energy used to find those old tweets. Why? Why even bother going back to 2009, 2010? Why is that even a thing that has to be done? Like, why do people have to go back that far to prove a point? Again, if you put a post on social media, I get it. It is always going to be there. It is always going to be there. I get that. I understand that loud and clear. What I don't understand is when somebody wants to destroy you and or your career or stomp all over your success. Yes, you are. When somebody wants to destroy you and your success, the first thing they do is try to find whatever reason that they can and pull up tweets from 2008, 2009, 2010, whenever, just to try to make their point. Let's finish watching this video.
Response to the questions that have been asked years after years after years. We feed in the internet trolls and we reward them. I'm not going to do it, man. I'm going to be me. I'm going to stand my ground. Regardless, Academy, I'm thankful and appreciative of the opportunity. If it goes away, no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I pretty much have. I mean, look at it. Right there. Right under my image, it's still going to go over and over and over. And it's going to go all night. This is going to be the thing that people are talking about tonight. And I'm on Kevin Hart's side, man. Look, people make comments that they regret and that they have to grow from. So, with that in mind, you know, quit trying to dredge up the past, people. You know what I mean? Give the guy a break and cut the guy some slack, because it is what it is. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be the end of the feed. I want to thank you guys for joining, and enjoy this music while we end. See you guys later.
Oh.